Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Leo. Hello, Leo. Hello, Leo. It's Christelle Martinette here, and I'm ready for the new moon in Aries reading for you. So what are we going to do? Since it's the fire sign, I'm using the tarot, the fire tarot. There you are. And first I'll get a focus card with my collection of fine arts paintings. Then I have, of course, the VERA SIBILLA here, and then the runes. So let's start with that. Let's start with the focus card and see what we find for Leo. For Leo. For Leo. Let's see what we have for Leo. Let's see what we have for Leo. Okay. Abracadabra. And I'll show you that right away. We've got, oh, look at this. Let me put on my glasses. This is the dance in the city. There you go, the dance in the city. This is a Renoir. Okay, now that's the focus. And I'm going to take now the fire tarot and make, this is a flower spread. There'll be 5 petals, 5 tarot cards. And then the leaves will be the VERA SIBILLA. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now. The Sibilla cards, the leaves. Where are those leaves? Let's see where the leaves are. Where are those leaves? Where are those leaves? I love the spread. I love the how it speaks to me. Specifically, I really do like it, and I think it will be speaking to you as well tonight. Tonight. Ready? In between each card. 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Let's take a look. So first of all, the tarot. Let's look at the tarot. Let's look at the tarot. We've got the 3 of Cups. A nice, lovely, lively card. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Then we've got the 10 of Swords. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, dum, dum, dum. Hello there from Thailand. Hello. We've got the 4 of Wands then. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And the last tarot card, we've got the Fool card. This is the Fool card. Really, really interesting. These cards are for you. Leo, look, what I'm seeing here is that fire on fire. You know, we're getting, your fire is becoming on fire, you know. Now, why do I say that? Of course, we look at this focus card, and of course we say, well, there is this couple, and Renoir has a series of couples dancing, and this specific couple are in tune. There are several couples dancing where the woman turns when the man tries to kiss her, but this is in tune. They almost look like they're a wedding couple. Of course, the 3 of Cups is a card that talks about rejoice, and we're talking about the first 2 weeks of April, and you have a lot to rejoice about. Of course, there will also be people of you, many of you, or, you know, I'm not really seeing many, that have just had a wedding or are planning a wedding in the first part of the month. But more importantly, what we can say with these tarot cards is that this is the end of a very difficult cycle for you, Leo. Not only the end of a cycle that was difficult, but also the beginning of a firm foundation for you. And, you know, what I especially like for you, Leo, I really like this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is a kind of card that is sort of the grandmother card, or the aunt card, the benevolent. She's always benevolent, the Queen. And I'm seeing that the 2 weeks in April are going to be quite benevolent for you, Leo. However, there's a proviso here. There's a proviso. We've got this, the jolly, I was going to say, the Fool card. And the Fool card is always an erratic energy because it's, you know, a child who just has learned how to walk and starts, you know, going all over the place, you know, and just even if they can't walk, they're starting to jump because they get the excitement of learning how to move quickly. And this is what's going on here, because you just have come out of a difficult cycle, and all of a sudden you're starting to feel the ground under your feet again, Leo. You're starting to feel that there's something there for you. Now, of course, there is something there for you, and I'll go into the VERA SIBILLA for you, which are incredible in this type of reading. But more importantly here, the basis, the firm foundation that you're feeling, even at the end of that difficult cycle, is born of love. It's born of a union. It's born of the energies that have kept you together. And, you know, I don't know if you've ever, any of you out there, maybe there are some athletes, if you've ever run a marathon, it is the way, it's not getting to the end. And of course, those who make it to the end, I've run many a marathon in my life, and it's the way that you experience it, the way that you experience it towards the end. If you ever have pain, if you get there without pain, if the entire time that you were running was a pleasure. Okay, now that is what we're looking at here. And it is what is up here that makes it go down there to your feet when you are running. It's a means to get to an end, the use of your feet, okay? And I'm using the marathon as a metaphor. And I'm seeing here too, the union of two people as a metaphor, really. It's not, because of course we were born alone and we die alone, and no one will argue with that. No one will argue with that. But what we do see is that in this framework, these 2 weeks in April, Leo, there is so much foundation, because you have had that experience of running that marathon and your endurance, and the way you have made it possible for your endurance to also shed some light on the dark sides of your life that you didn't really understand, is a moment, is a topic. I'm going to call it a topic, is a topic for this 2-week period that really makes you feel good, honest to goodness good. Now let's take a look at these, and I'll be casting the runes at the top of this, but look at the, in between all of the petals, I have the leaves. And first of all, we have the camera, the stanza, the room here speaks of communication. And then we have this domestic, this house domestic, domestico. And this too talks of communication, but of a hidden nature. So this is, you know, intimate communication of a closed nature, but it is open to another. This is communication actually hidden. And so there is this dance whereby if you're able with your partner to know when you're supposed to go forward or when you're supposed to go backward, it's a form of communication, but it's also a game. So when, if I'm hiding information, if I'm hiding communication, you will never know if I'm going backward or forward, or if I want to turn. You will never know that. And so the cards are telling you, look, there are those two sides of the coins, Leo. There are. Whether you feel very grounded and very, very safe and very self-confident, remember that it is constant negotiation. We will rest when we are, but it is constant negotiation because the dance requires communication. Life requires us to communicate. And communicate we will, but look how these cards talk to you. We've got lettera, the letter. also communication. But then we have the military, who hides things, secretive. And so the theme of showing, not showing, of saying and not saying is still, threaded through your reading here. And what do I have here then? I've got casa, which is a house, but the house here is depicted in such a manner that it doesn't really look like a house. It could be an institution. It could be a business. And we have the intimate communication, imaneo, here. Now, of course, this very quite easily and on the surface face value of it, I could say, Leo, look, this means that things at home, things on the home front will be fine. There is that intimacy that you really need in order for you to have that give and take, that dance, the turning and the going forward and the going back. But there's more here. There's more about business. There is more about work. And it talks about the intimate nature of work and what work means to you and how your livelihood, the type of activity that you have, is seeps into, takes its toll on your intimate life as well, because you're so, it involves you so much, and it gives you pleasure, but also pain, and that trickles down to those people around you. So the cards are sort of telling you, Leo, look, you have this issue with communication, and you're going to have to keep your antenna up, because at once it will be coming toward you, at once then it will not. Now let's go on with the other Sibilla cards. We've got this, I was going to say leggerezza, but this is superbia, this is vanity. And then we have consolante sorpresa, the consoling surprise. And here is where the Leo nature comes out. Far from being vain, I'm not saying that you're vain, but Leo needs to show their colors. They really do need to show their colors. And it's interesting because what I'm seeing with this is that even if you don't want to show your colors, because Leo also lets other people shine, this talks about you shining and letting people shine. And it's as if there's a chiaroscuro, like the artwork, there's the dark and the light theme here, and the silence and the spoken theme here as well, as if you're going through this sort of a screen. There's a screen where you pass from the light to the dark, from silence into talk, and vice versa, going forward and going back. And it's as if you're testing the waters these first 2 weeks. You've just got out of a bundle of difficulties, a real heavy burden and difficult pain, really. And now you're starting to get your feet wet in all different kinds of things. This is lovely. And then we have the last two Sibilla cards are La Vecchia Signora, the old lady who speaks to change, positive change there. And then we have Malinconia, melancholy. And so, of course, melancholy always is a looking back. And here again, there's going forward and going back. What is change? Change goes forward. It removes you from one role, puts another. It removes you from doing something, and it gives you another activity to do. So it seems as if, well, before I dictate my verdict, I want to take the runes, because the runes really give you a sharp final interpretation. And I think this is what we need right now. Now, look at this. Look at this. Luca. Look. I said the runes come down like an axe, right? The runes really, well, we do have right in the center of the spread. I put them all in the center, but the center rune is 30 sats, and 30 sats every time that comes out. It's, it's the equivalent sometimes of a tower card or something. But in this in this group, this motley bunch of runes here, what I'm looking at is Thurisats as telling you, look, Leo, this is the time of your life where you have to learn how to dance. It's not simply going forward and going back. It's turning, it's revolving. Couples revolve all around the dance floor. It's turning, and there is this game of watching and looking at each other, and where the one goes, the other goes, and you can stay together only if you're facing each other, and you need to have a certain posture. You know, so Thurisats is telling you, good, listen to me. You want to communicate, you communicate left and right, and you do your work and all of that. But don't take your eye off the ball, Leo. Why? Because I've got here beautiful runes. One is Gifu Gifu. Gifu is the text, is gifts. It's an exchange. It is an exchange. And I'm seeing there's an exchange in this couple or partnership, which brings an abundance with Fehu, is protected by Awats, ladies and gentlemen. Not only protected, also by Aljits here. And there are two things that these final two runes, not final, there is the final one out there. Björk Berkana talks about something new beginning now, and it is with another person, I see. And Isa talks about something new that is beginning but has a flavor all its own. Very particular. It's not the 2 by 2 by 2 going in Noah's Ark like the historical fable tells us that this is different. This is another kind of union. This is another kind of companionship. This is another kind of relationship. This has no stereotypes. This is not boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy meets. No, this is quite different. The timing is different. The place, the space is different, and the time is different. But you can bet your bottom dollar, Leo, when we get in the runes, Suilo, we know that this meeting, this coming together is born, Björk, under a lucky star, but this is a lucky sun. This is the sun, Suilo. So Leo, you know, I can only say you can dance. You can dance and you can dance, but you will be always facing forward with that person. They will be in front of you and they will be with you. This 2 weeks is a very, very lucky week for a couple that has come out of a very heavy period. Enjoy it, Leo. Like, share my videos if you appreciate them, and subscribe. I would love that. Ladies and gentlemen, namaste. Until we read together again, I will be back. She says.